Welcome to Cortburg Speaks Retirement, an audio podcast about investing in the stock market, financial planning, money management, and retirement planning. Each Wednesday, we help investors at all stages of life learn how to potentially grow and preserve their money from first job through retirement. Now here's your host, Miguel Gonzalez.
Good morning and welcome to the Cortburg Speaks Retirement audio podcast. If you're a decade or so away from retirement, you have probably spent at least some time thinking about this major life change. How will you manage the transition? Will you travel, take up a new hobby or sport, or spend more time with friends and family? Should you consider relocating? Will you continue to work in some capacity? Will changes in your income sources affect your standard of living? When you begin to ponder all the issues surrounding the transition, the process can seem downright daunting. However, thinking about a few key points now, while you still have years ahead, can help you focus your efforts and minimize the anxiety that often accompanies the shift. Number one, reassess your living expenses, a step you will probably take several times between now and retirement, and maybe several more times thereafter, is thinking about how your living expenses could or should change. For example, while commuting and other work-related costs may decrease, other budget items may rise. Healthcare costs in particular may increase as you progress through retirement. Try to estimate what your monthly expense budget will look like in the first few years after you stop working, and then continue to reassess this budget as your vision of retirement becomes reality. According to a recent survey, 40% of retirees said that they were very confident that they would be able to meet their basic expenses in retirement, while only 30% showed similar levels of confidence in meeting healthcare costs. Keeping a close eye on your spending in the years leading up to retirement can help you more accurately anticipate your budget during retirement. Number two, consider all your income sources. First, figure out how much you stand to receive from Social Security. The amount you receive will depend on your earnings history and other unique factors. You can elect to receive retirement benefits as early as age 62. However, doing so will result in a reduced benefit for life. If you wait until full retirement age, 66 or 67, depending on your birth date, or later up to age 70, your benefit will be higher. The longer you wait, the larger it will be. You can get an estimate of your retirement benefit at the Social Security Administration website, ssa.gov. You could also sign up for My Social Security account to view your online Social Security statement, which contains a detailed record of your earnings and estimates for retirement survivor and disability benefits. Your retirement benefit estimates include amounts at age 62, full retirement age, and age 70. Check your statement carefully and address any errors as soon as possible. Next, you want to review the accounts that you have earmarked for retirement income, including any employer benefits. Start with your employer-sponsored plan and then consider any IRAs and traditional investment accounts you may own. Try to estimate how much they could provide on a monthly basis. If you're married, be sure to include your spouse's retirement accounts as well. If your employer provides a traditional pension plan, contact the plan administrator for an estimate of the monthly benefit amount. Do you have any rental income? Be sure to include that in your calculations. Might you continue to work? Some retirees find that they're able to consult, turn a hobby into an income source, or work part-time. Such income can provide a valuable cushion that helps retirees postpone tapping their investment accounts, giving the assets more time to potentially grow. Some other ways to generate extra cash during retirement include selling gently used goods, such as furniture or designer accessories, pet sitting, and participating in the sharing economy, i.e., using your car as a taxi service. Number three is pay off debt. Power up your savings. Once you have an idea of what your possible expenses and income looks like, it's time to bring your attention back to the here and now. Draw up a plan to pay off debt and power up your retirement savings before you retire. Why pay off debt? you're probably asking. Entering retirement debt-free, including paying off your mortgage, will put you in a position to modify your monthly expenses in retirement if need arises. On the other hand, entering retirement with a mortgage, loan, and credit card balances will put you at the mercy of those monthly payments. You will have less of an opportunity to scale back your spending if necessary. And why power up your savings? In these financial few years and the final few years before retirement, you're likely to be earning the highest salary of your career. Why not save and invest as much as you can in your employer-sponsored retirement savings plan and or IRAs? Aim for maximum allowable contributions. And remember, if you're over the age of 50 or older, you can take advantage of catch-up contributions, which enable you to contribute an additional $7,500 to your 401k plan and an extra $1,000 to your IRA in the year 2024. Number 4, manage your taxes. As you think about when you want to tap your various resources for retirement income, remember to consider the tax impact of your strategy. For example, you may want to withdraw money from your taxable accounts first to allow your employer-sponsored plans and IRAs more time to potentially benefit from tax-deferred growth. Keep in mind, however, that generally you are required to begin taking minimum distributions from tax-deferred accounts once you reach age 73. 75 for those who reach age 73 after December 31st, 2032, whether or not you are actually need the money or not. Roth IRAs are exemption to this rule. If you decide to work in retirement while receiving Social Security, understand that income you earn may result in taxable benefits. IRS Publication 915 offers a worksheet to help you determine whether any portion of your Social Security benefit is taxable. If leaving financial legacy is a goal for you, you will also want to consider how estate taxes and income taxes for your heirs figure into your overall decisions. Managing retirement income to result in the best possible tax scenario can be extremely complicated. Qualified tax and financial professionals can help provide valuable insight and guidance. Number 5 is account for healthcare. The Employee Benefit Research Institute reported that the average 65-year-old married couple retiring in 2023 last year with a median prescription drug expenses would need about $351,000. That's $351,000 in savings to have a 90% chance of meeting their insurance premiums and out-of-pocket healthcare costs in retirement. This figure illustrates why healthcare should get special attention as you plan the transition to retirement. As you age, the portion of your budget consumed by health-related costs, including both medical and dental, will likely increase. Although original Medicare Parts A and B will cover a portion of your costs, you will still have deductibles, co-payments, and co-insurance. Unless you're prepared to pay these costs out of pocket, you may want to purchase a supplemental Medigap insurance policy. Medigap policies are sold by private health insurers and are standardized and regulated by both state and federal law. These plans offer different levels of coverage and may pay many of your out-of-pocket costs. Another option is to get a Medicare Advantage, also known as Medicare Part C, which is a bundled plan that includes Parts A and B, and usually Part D prescription coverage, and may offer additional benefits original Medicare does not cover. If you enroll in Medicare Advantage, you cannot also purchase a Medigap policy. For more information, visit Medicare.gov. Also, think about what would happen if you and your spouse needed home care, nursing home care, or other forms of long-term assistance, which Medicare and Medigap will not cover. Long-term care costs vary substantially depending on where you live and can be extremely expensive. For this reason, people often consider buying long-term care insurance. Policy premiums may be tax deductible based on a number of different factors. If you have a family history of debilitating illnesses such as Alzheimer's, have substantial assets you like to protect, or want to leave assets to heirs, a long-term care policy may be worth considering. Number 6 and final is to ease the transition. These are just some of the factors to consider as you prepare to transition into retirement. breaking the bigger picture into smaller categories and using the years ahead to plan accordingly may help make the process a little easier. Make sure to visit our website, www.cortburgretirement.com. Our site is filled with educational videos, ebooks, publications, and financial calculators designed to help you learn more about your finances. As you search our site, send us a note regarding any questions you may have about any particular investment concepts or products, and we will get back to you quickly with a thoughtful answer. This is Miguel Gonzalez, certified retirement counselor and managing partner with Cortburg Retirement Advisors, signing off for this week's educational podcast.
The opinions expressed and material provided are for general information and should not be considered a solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security. Opinions expressed are subject to change without notice and are not intended as investment advice or a solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security. Please consult your financial professional before making any investment decision. Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Private Advisor Group, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Private Advisor Group, LLC, and Cortburg Retirement Advisors, Inc. are separate entities from LPL Financial. Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal.